Welcome to my blog videos. Thank you very much for subscribing, and if you're new here, consider subscribing this video. Hope that you'll enjoy this video. So stay tuned for more upcoming tips, strategies and impacts on these 2018 general elections. Stay tuned. Now let's get to the second part of the video, which is the truth about the land. Right, there is a big problem with the land as well. So I've got this information from the FIJIAN website. So I will definitely speak word by word. And this says that Sudaba and other political parties say that the Ethiopian land is not safe under the 2013 constitution, that the land use decree violates landowners' rights, and that the land bank enrolls the power of the Ethiopian Land Trust Board, which is the TLTB. They say they will scrap the land use degree and land board after they come into government, right? The fact is that under the Fijian constitution, the protection and ownership of Ethiopian land has never been more secure. Do you get that? So you might be thinking I'm wrong or they are wrong. So let's dig into this issue, right? Unfortunately, Sodalpa and other political parties have been spreading factually and legally incorrect information about the protection of land rights under our constitution, which means under FIJIAN's constitution, that is the 2013 constitution. The truth about land rights is very clear, and one only needs to read the relevant provisions of the constitution supported by other land laws to see that land rights in Fiji have never before been better protected, right? So you might be thinking where this is written. This portion comes from section 28 of the constitution, 2010 constitution. So section 28 of the constitution expressly states that the ownership of all Ethiopian land, Ratuman and Banaban lands shall remain with the customary owners and shall not be permanently alienated, whether by sale, grant, transfer or exchange. Now alienated means transfer or ownership or property rights to another person. That's what alienated means, right? So moving on, this also says that if Ethiopian lands are required by the state for a public purpose, right? If Ethiopian lands are required by the state for a public purpose, for example, if the state wants to build a road or a reservoir, then the state can use land for that purpose. This provision has been in our laws even before independence, right? Check this out. And has been included in all of Fiji's constitution after independence, including the 1997 constitution. But under our constitution, which is the 2013 constitution, the state can only use land for a public purpose if it pays landowners fair and just compensation at the time of acquisition. Section 27, and also for the first time, if land which has been used for a public purpose is no longer required by the state, then that land must be returned to its customary owners. And this added protection is expressly stated in Fiji First Constitution under Section 28 of 4. Moving on, we see indeed the rights of the landowners are more secure than they were under the 1997 Constitution. Also, for the first time, landowners will now be entitled to receive a fair share of royalties, money paid to the state for the extraction of minerals from the land or seabed, which is mining, in or fishing right areas, right? That is under Section 30. So despite the 1997 Constitution's so-called extraneous provision, which SODELPA and other political parties refer to, there are documented cases of Itoke land being permanently alienated from its owners, which means they have been taken away from the owners. Now a legal loophole that allowed Itoke land to be converted to state land and then to freehold land, right? So let's get into the history, and we see while SODELPA and other political parties spread misinformation about land rights, they failed to acknowledge that in June 2006 the SDL government approved a convert Itoke land in Maumi into freehold land titled, and then transferred that land to a private company as part of a land swap deal. Right? I'm not done yet. So when the SDL government was in power, not only did it do nothing to fix this serious breach in this security of Itoke land, but it actually knowingly approved a transaction to alienate Itoke land from its owners forever. This was done by then the SDL Minister for Lands, who was Ratu Nengama Lala Balavu, who presented this proposal to Cabinet. The proposal was approved by Cabinet, which was chaired by the former Prime Minister, Mr. Lesiani Garase. And the Cabinet at that time also included the current leader of SODELPA, Roy Tumumu Kepa. They were able to do this even though the so-called entrenched provisions were in effect. Now, similar land swap deals were also done by the SVT government in the 1990s in Denarau, which led to the conversion of Itoke lands into freehold lands, lost forever. The Minister for Lands at that time was Ratu Timothy Vesekula, and the chair of Cabinet at that time was the then Prime Minister Sitiveni Prabhuka. Now, the Constitution ensures that this type of theft of Itoke land will never happen again. In fact, even before the Constitution was finalized, the Bainimarama government closed these loopholes. This means that the percentage of lands under Itoke ownership, which currently stands at 91%, will never reduce. In fact, could actually increase. The Constitution now ensures that no future government and its leadership will be able to bend the rules like the SDL and SVT government did in the past. So this video wraps up our part 2 of the video. Check in for part 3.